enjoying life and going with the flow.
Really fast. I'm gonna keep it tight on my face.
Yeah, sounds good. I just started it, but I can always cut whatever.
Okay, very
Um,
cool.
so,
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's like choppy
but
on my end too. I wonder what the fuck. Maybe it's because I'm in the fucking
yeah,
backyard with doing the data. I'm in closer to the Wi-Fi now. I'm connected to the Wi-Fi. Maybe that'll make it easier.
okay, cool. I'm not on my Wi-Fi right now. I'm on data, because I'm outside my house. So I didn't want to like, I don't know. It seemed like it would be a better bet, but right now sound seems a lot better than it was before,
Okay.
which
Yeah,
is
if it's
good.
good on your end, then that's cool.
Cool. Is it good on your end too?
Yeah, you're still kind of choppy and stuff, but I feel like if it looks good on your end, you're the one uploading it. So if you have the files that look good, you think it looks good, then I think we should be fine.
Awesome. All right, cool. So we'll just run with it then. Worst case scenario, I'll just overlay it
Awesome.
and we just use
Yeah,
the
you can show
audio.
like the little dojo, like the little dump I showed as a dojo and stuff, and then cut to this or something. I don't know. Your show, do
Yeah,
whatever
we'll
you want.
figure
You
it
can
all
have
out.
whatever.
All right, sounds good. We'll figure it all out. Um, all right. So you were talking about how you got started with being a pro wrestler. Start from the beginning.
Yeah, so just I had the MMA experience. Had a couple fights in MMA, and then wanted to switch. So I sent a message to David Mercury, and that's really all it is. He just told me to come check out the lab, and I showed up there. And my first day there, one of the students that he already had is actually now my tag team partner, Coban El Cazador Castillo. And he's one of the guys who kind of like really impressed. He's the reason I wanted to do it. I saw him doing his thing, doing the rolls and everything, and just going through the motions of training and stuff in the lab, and I was obsessed with it. And he was one of the guys who was in there looking really good, so I knew that was the place to train and to look good. And if you watch his matches, he wrestled on that Total Aggression Pro show as well, and he wrestled with me. It was a tag team match at Real Pro Wrestling this Friday. I mean, he's fantastic. Coban El Cazador Castillo is he's a fantastic fucking technical guy. But yeah, it's just as simple as I sent the message to David Mercury and started training at the lab. Unfortunately, that's not a lane for any kids watching this now or anyone wanting to start. They closed in December, unfortunately, about 6 months into me training. Right before I started taking bookings, they closed down, unfortunately, and since then, me and Coban have been training in Auburndale, Florida, at a place called the Chop Shop with the Tokyo Monster Cahagas and Gus De La Vega, and those two are fucking also phenomenal. Those guys are great. Um, so that's where we've been since about like February, March. Um, so yeah, it's super easy, just messaging David Mercury, learning how to do all the things, and I've been trying to get booked every week since, and it's been working lately. So.
Awesome. So how many matches would you say you have like every week?
Um, Lately it's a lot more now, which is good. I'm hoping to keep it this consistent. On average, I'd say I'm about once or twice a week. I'll go. I haven't in a little bit, but sometimes I'll go maybe a week or two without having a match booked. But then I'll have times where weeks like this where I'll have 3 to 4 to 5 bookings in a week, and incredibly blessed. In the 9 months that I've been working and taking bookings, I'm up to about 40, maybe 50 matches, including battle royals, multi-man matches, and tags. I'm up to 50, and probably close to like 15 or 20 singles.
Oh wow, that's a lot. Um, so how does that work as far as the like I guess the planning of it? Is it when you have 2 or 3 shows a weekend, is it like a Friday and then a Saturday and then a Sunday? Or is it usually like two on a Sunday or two on a Saturday? Or how does it work for you normally?
Actually, that's a fantastic question. It's literally never been the same twice, actually.
Okay.
And I actually, for me, most of the weeks where I get a lot of bookings, it's going to be on a week where I'm booked on Monday Night Mayhem's Proving Ground, so it's actually a Monday, and then,
Okay.
yeah, and then like you said, it'll be like so maybe I'll hit that Monday, and then I'll have something Friday, and then that Saturday, and then like you said, maybe I'll double up on a Saturday and such. For me, it's a little bit not to pull the curtain back too far, but my other job is a overnight shift that I start at 10 p.m. So a lot of the times, like anytime any of the fans not to pull the curtain too far back, but any Monday Night Mayhem fans watching this, anytime you've seen Ryan the Sensei on Proving Ground, immediately after I leave the show after I'm done wrestling. I get cleaned up in my car because I don't have time to drive home and shower, and then I go to my job and I stay at my job until 6 in the morning. So long after all the fans get to watch me get beat up and go to sleep, I'm still up fucking
Mm.
working and stuff. So
Still
that's usually
hustling,
how those nights go.
still
But I
working.
mean, that's how it is when you're a new guy like me. I'm not really selling tickets just off my name. I can definitely sell tickets off my ability. That's for fucking sure. There's not a lot of stuff that I'm great at, but I can definitely kick people in the head good enough to make people want to buy tickets for it. So that I'm good at. But I got to be real with myself. I don't have a name. Nobody knows who the fuck Ryan the Sensei is. You say that name and it doesn't get exactly no pop. It's just
Not
nothing.
yet.
So not
Not
yet,
yet.
not yet, and that's what I'm working for. But I have to work to get that, and that's just part of what I got to do right now. I got to go beat someone's ass, and then I got to go to the shoot job for a couple hours, and that's just what it's going to be until the shoot job is the wrestling, which it will be.
Mm. And then definitely more things like this, to getting on more podcasts with more people in the industry, and getting your name out there, and
Yeah, I've been
but
sending
definitely
passages to Joe
wrestling too, of
Rogan.
course, is more important.
If you've ever heard of Joe Rogan before, I've been sending a
Of
lot of
course.
packages to him and to like his comedy mothership, and I haven't been getting any responses. But
He
hey,
probably
yeah.
gets a ton of like people outreaching to him every day and sending him stuff. So, I wouldn't take it personal at all. I
Oh, I
think,
take it very
it's just one of
personal.
those things you got to keep trying.
Austin, Texas. But anyway, that's the Joe Rogan thing. Moving back
Okay.
onto the wrestling thing. Actually,
Yeah.
Monday Night Mayhem, really, really interesting, really good. I don't know if you're aware of this, but they've got a Young Bucks tournament coming up. I don't know if that's what it's called, but Young Guns tournament or something like that.
Okay.
And I think that goes really well with what we were just talking about because of my lack of experience or whatever, how new I am to the game. That's the whole point. That's the whole deal with the fucking damn, I look good. That's a whole deal with that tournament is that it's guys who are 3 years or less in the business, which I am. Like I said, my
Okay.
partner that I mentioned before, Coban El Cazador Castillo, he's in that tournament as well. You can expect to see him. So that's really exciting. So basically how it works, and I'm not the best with messages, and I don't really as you could see with how we had to set this up, I'm not the best at the internets or messages, but from what I'm understanding with my phone calls with management at Proving Ground, it's like a tournament deal. There's supposed to be 16 of us young guys in there, and then I believe whoever wins the tournament goes on to fight. I think August Artois is their champion, the FIP champion. I think that's the reward for winning, is you get to beat his ass and you get to have his title. I think it's at one of the big FIP shows, and they're gonna send snipers at my house and kill me for this, but I can't remember for the life of me the big FIP show that it is. But that's big and exciting. So you're about to be seeing a lot of Ryan the Sensei. You're about to be seeing a lot of Coban El Cazador Castillo, and very importantly, you're about to see a lot of fresh, a lot of fresh young blood pumped into the Monday Night Mayhem scene with this Young Guns tournament. I feel really good about it. I really am appreciative to the Proving Ground management for trusting me and putting me in this position to be in this tournament, and I'm trying to go all the way. God forbid Coban and I make it to the finals, but I'm just being realistic with myself. We're probably going to beat everyone's asses because that's what we've been doing lately. So we're probably going to have to beat each other's ass. Wow,
Mm.
this is the first I've been thinking about that, and that's making me sad. So I don't want to talk about that anymore. But the Young Guns, the Young Bucks tournament, it's going to be some fantastic stuff. And that's not all the Sensei's got going on. There's other stuff. Total Aggression Pro, as I mentioned, I just did Saturday. That's got stuff coming up. I know there's something coming up either in October or November. They're trying to do another show at the same place, the American Legion in Seminole County, Seminole, Florida. It's like in the Pinellas, like St. Pete kind of area, and they've got the American Legion there, and that's where we just wrestled. Um, and those are fantastic shows. I mean, the crowds there are very, very fucking big. They're great. They're loud. I mean, we're getting the video. I haven't seen the video of my match yet. Any other wrestlers out there know how that works, taking forever. But I just saw the video of Coban's match. He wrestled a fella named Cyrus Thorne, scary guy by the way, but wrestled Cyrus Thorne in the video. I mean, the energy of the people of the crowd is just off the charts. I mean, they were so loud, and that's really what it's all about. The kids, but all ages, but obviously the kids is what it's all about. They're just so loud and appreciative of everything we did. I mean, I did this one thing. I mean, I slapped the shit out of this kid, and they were like, "Ooh," they were loud, and that's what you're doing it for. We don't want to, we don't want to wrestle the silent people. Nothing against the mute community. If I have any mute fans who are watching this.
Well, they won't be listening, I'll tell you that.
Well, they can hear, they just can't make noise. Oh, is
Oh,
being
you're
mute
right.
a
You're
deaf
right.
and
You're
mute
right.
thing too?
You're right. You're
I'm
right.
not sure.
I'm wrong. I'm
I
gonna
don't know
get
where that's
canceled for
from,
that one.
but I should learn. That's fine. Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of being canceled, do you have any sponsors or anything on the show? Anything I should be aware of?
No,
To not say. Okay, very cool.
no,
Just
no official sponsors. No,
very cool. Didn't know if you were like sponsored by Coca-Cola or something. Didn't want to shout out a Mountain Dew
no.
Baja Blast and have them send snipers to
Oh
get me
no,
for
you
that.
good. You're good. You're good. The only business that I really call like a sponsor for the podcast is One Hit Wonder, and it's one hitters for like for cannabis,
For
and
what?
so
What is it called?
but One Hit Wonder.
One Hit Wonder. Where can you get their products?
I mean, I'll put the link in the bio,
Link
and
in bio for One
eh,
Hit
yeah,
Wonder.
One Hit Wonder.
For any of you stoners out there, anyone who wants to smoke, if this wrestling stuff is stressing you out too much or what's going on in the world stresses you out too much, One Hit Wonder has got a tiny little thing for you in the bio that you can.
Yeah, they
Anyhow,
have an ash catcher, so you don't get the Scooby snacks, and you get a consistent amount every time because of the way it's designed. And then so the guy who created it was an engineer, and so he created it to get the most out of every bit that it takes. So
I
you're
know.
getting the most smoke for your like the most high for your hit instead of just like trying to smoke a lot at once, you know?
Folks, do you hear that? It sounds like if you want efficiency out of your marijuana smoking, you got to go with the one hitter. That's fucking.
Exactly.
That's really
The one hit
something.
one.
Anyway, sorry, I've been talking your ear off here. Did you have any other questions?
No, this is good. This is good. And it was good to throw that in there too, because now I can clip that, post it, tag him, tag his company,
Yeah.
and he'll love that.
Yeah,
I'm
make sure
sure.
you're getting paid. Make sure you're getting paid for it, man. I appreciate you having me on the
Oh
show
well,
once again.
so like the reason that I call him a sponsor is he had actually given me a whole ton of products years ago, and he was just like, keep them and just use it to build your brand. And he was just like, I want you to to do something for yourself. But so I feel as if I owe this guy, but he doesn't care one way or the other. He just wants to see me succeed.
That's very awesome. Wow.
So
Very
yeah.
awesome.
Um, so that's why I call him a sponsor sometimes on this. But I haven't like really put in an ad, but I'm gonna start doing that again. And now I can put it in right here.
One hit, one dose, smooth and clean. One hit, wanna keep your session serene. Wanna dose it right. Every puff, pure delight.
All
And
right.
we're back.
So next question for you: what has been your favorite match so far?
Oh, wow. So that's a deep question. I'll just go with the easy thing. I would say my second singles match with the draw Azriel Rowe. Um, I don't know how much I want to pull the curtain back on that one. And I don't know how much he would want me to pull the curtain back, and he can beat the fuck out of me. And he did. He beat me up twice. He beat me up in Brawl USA, and he beat me up about a month after that at Real Pro Wrestling. And those are two of my all-time best singles matches. I'll just say this for personal reasons that he and people who know both of us know, it was a dream match for me before I even got into wrestling. I'll say this, I can say this much. He is a big reason why I got into professional wrestling, Azrael Rowe. He is, if it, honest to God, if it wasn't for him and what he's been doing in indie wrestling, I wouldn't be doing this. And you might think to yourself, that's a little strange. An indie wrestler that's literally like your age, Ryan the Sensei, that's weird that he's a guy that inspires you like that. And it's, I'll just come out. I'll just come out and say it. Me and Azrael Rowe, we went to high school together. We actually met on the high school wrestling team. So
Okay.
we were best friends and such all through high school. And as anyone who's been paying attention to the Florida scene knows, Azrael Rowe is not new. He's been doing this since like 2019, 2020. He's established and such. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing this. And I want that title he has, the All Florida Championship. That was started in Brawl USA. I think that's a title that has a lot of prestige, and I would love to kick that little fucker's head off and take that title from him. And I was given two opportunities to do it, and I fell short both times. Doesn't mean I won't get a third. Doesn't mean I won't succeed in that third. But yes, to answer your question, sorry. Azrael Rowe against Ryan the Sensei, Real Pro Wrestling. I can't remember the date. I believe it was in August or something, but that's my favorite singles match. And then honestly, any match where I'm in a tag team, like I said, with my tag team partner Coban El Cazador Castillo, can't complain. Even if it's a stinker, I get to spend the day with my friend. To pull the curtain back a little bit, me and Coban ride to all these shows together and stuff. So if you see us tagging together, just know that we had a bunch of we had a barrel of laughs riding to that show. We kicked some ass, and then we had a barrel of laughs on the way back. Unless the match was really bad, then I'll scream. And he's such a good friend that Coban just sits there and he listens to me scream to him the whole ride back. And there's a lot that I can scream about, but yeah, those matches are also great.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. So that, I mean, that's got to be great to be able to tag with him and be able to travel with him to those matches as well. Make it a lot easier.
Makes it easier. His card's a lot nicer than mine, and I just love the guy. I mean, it's just awesome hanging out with him. So there's a lot of guys in the scene. I won't pull it back and stuff, but a lot of guys that I've made a lot of good friends with. But out of everybody that I've met through wrestling specifically, I would have to say Coban El Cazador Castillo is a true friend. Like, I've cried to him. I've had actual shit happen in my life, and then hit him up, and he's always been there for me. And just a solid thick ass. And I don't mean this in any homosexual way, and there's nothing wrong with meaning it in a homosexual way, but I just don't want that to dilute my point. The man works out a lot. The man is fucking thick. You know, like Mitsuharu Misawa,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
the Japanese, that's the type of strength that I see from this fella. I mean, people don't think about it. People don't really. I just don't hear people talking about it as much because he's so good at the technical stuff. He can do the fucking moonsault. He's got the cool gear. The kids love to chant for him and stuff. But damn, he is fucking strong. I mean, fucking. Not to pull the curtain back again. I hate saying that phrase. I'm gonna think of something else in the meantime. But at training and practice, you gotta know that you can do these things. Right? You can lift these motherfuckers before you actually go in there and try to hurt them with these moves. And Cazador has definitely practiced his moves on me in the gym together in the dojo, and there's no one I trust more to lift me above my head, lift me above their head, put my feet above my head and shit than him. That guy will, if he wants to, he will put you down safely, and if he doesn't want to, you're fucked. So keep that in mind if you're a pro wrestler, not even just on the Florida scene, but any scene, because me and the dojo hunters, Ryan the Sensei, El Calzaban, Cazador, Castillo, we're coming. So
Awesome. So while you were saying that, and you had pointed out how you are saying repetitiously to pull back the curtain, I was thinking we could have for this episode a Coach Bergen show drinking game, and every time that you say pull back the curtain, you take a drink
oh,
or you
that's
take a hit,
fantastic.
whatever it may be. Your substance of choice, and just keep doing it if you want. I don't care. Um,
Yeah, Ryan the Sensei is not responsible if you should put a disclaimer. Ryan the Sensei is not
yeah,
responsible if you die from him being
neither is the Coach Bergen show,
stuff.
or
Yeah,
any of its affiliates, or any of its guests, nor Instagram, nor Riverside, nor any platform we are using to record.
I got to work on that arm. A little thing to pull to. This is a good thing to pull back the curtain just so people respect the skinny wrestlers a little bit. It's hard to be working out all the time. I used to work out every single day. I'm 25 years old. I don't know if people knew that, but it used to be a lot easier to just work out every single fucking day. Even doing the MMA, you would get a little hurt on your hands and stuff, but you could lift weights and fucking whatever. It's like it's impossible. After I really
Mm.
wanted to do chest stuff today. I want to work out my little bird chest. I wanted to develop it a little bit, make it a little less concave. I'm sick of eating my cereal out of my damn chest cavity. So I was gonna go to the gym and do a little bench pressing, do a little dumbbell presses and stuff, because I think you get the isolation better out of your shit, make your shit bigger. But I just get Beastly beat me up too bad yesterday. He hit me with a brain buster, then a Liger bomb, and then he did I don't even know the move for it. It's like a pedigree, but then I land on my fucking head and back somehow. And yeah, I just don't have it in me. And again, after Beastly whoops my ass, I got to go to work for 8 hours, and then after that, you're telling me I got to go to Crunch and do some fucking dumbbell presses. I'm not on the right substances for that. I'm not on the right steroids for that yet. Once I
Yeah,
get a bit more money,
yeah,
you'll
right.
definitely everyone will know. It's like I'm not going to tell anybody when I win the
Yeah,
lottery,
of
but there
course.
will
Why
be
would you?
signs.
Why
My
would
sign
you?
that I won the lottery is that I will look like fucking Triple H from WrestleMania 18. Just,
There you go. There you go.
but we'll get there. But we're getting there.
Um,
We'll get there.
absolutely. All right. Do you have any favorite moves you like to do?
Actually, yeah. I'll shout this out. Do you do like so in post edits? If I sent you like clips of my matches, would you be able to put
I
like?
can absolutely add it in or
Oh,
overlay it or whatever. Yes.
yeah. All right. So
Absolutely
I don't
whatever
know.
you need.
Right now, I currently do have the video of the Real Pro Wrestling I can send to you. I don't know how long I'll have to wait to get the Total Aggression. But what's special about this weekend? I kind of mentioned it earlier, but I've got this move. It's called the Dojo Deathlock. Um, I've got a couple videos of it, probably right around here at this time in post. Well, if you're an audience member listening to this later
Mhm.
on, you're probably seeing this right now. It's like a modified STF with like a sharpshooter kind of thing with a leg lock, and I've only ever before this weekend I only ever won with it one time against Chris Malachi of the Miami Boys. This was back in January. So I've been on a bit of a dry spell with that move up until Friday at Real Pro Wrestling. The match that myself and Coban El Cazador Castillo were taking place in was a 4-team elimination main event match for their tag team championships. It was me and Coban against the Monsters, Zach Monstar, and his partner. Fuck, we'll edit in his name later or something. I'll send you the pictures of him. And then the team of La Maria, TJ Brady, and Damian Gemini, and then Randy Wentworth and Kendall Ryan were tagging because Kendall Ryan's original partner had to leave, so they had Randy Wentworth come out and do double duty, and that sucked for Randy Wentworth because the first elimination of the match was me locking that dojo deathlock on him. And anyone who knows anything about Florida pro wrestling, Randy Wentworth might be a little annoying. He might have the reputation for being this YouTube guy or this Netflix guy. Don't let that fool you. He's actually not a bitch. He's pretty tough, but not tough enough to not tap out to the dojo deathlock. The match didn't go our way. I'm not going to say who got eliminated next. I'm not going to say what team got eliminated next. I'm not going to say the guy that got pinned next by Lamera after they did their big high-low, like total elimination kind of move. But fast forward the next day, I'm in a singles match against Eric the Ace Witherell, and pretty much it didn't take very long. We had a little bit of a feud going into this. He likes chirping online and stuff, and we were in a scramble match where he may or may not have made my nose bleed back in April. So the management at Total Aggression Pro knew that this would be a hot match to put on, so they put us on as the opener. But anyone who knows anything, the opener match you want a strong pace out there, and they sent me out there, but they didn't send someone who could keep up with me. So I kind of whooped on him a little bit. He tried getting a little stuff in and cut his ass right back down, locked that dojo deathlock in, and he tapped out faster than I think I've ever seen someone tap out to, which is good. That means the more and more I've been doing that move, the tighter and the harder it gets. So yeah, so that was fun, and that's definitely my favorite move, especially when I get to put rivalries to bed, like the one I had with the eighth Eric Witherell. Done. He thought there was a little rivalry there. What rivalry? I tapped you out in 6 minutes, bitch. Anyway, that's my favorite move, the dojo death.
All right. Do you have any dream wrestling matches?
Yeah, me and Coban El Cazador Castillo for TNA. I'm a huge. I'll kill that guy. A huge TNA fan, so I think tag team championships would be cool. Being able to participate in any kind of X Division stuff would be fantastic. Any television match with Azrael Rowe, he's just my favorite singles opponent. So if we were ever on TV, and just in general, there's a lot of guys like. Do you mean like a match stipulation or just guys in Florida that I'd like to wrestle? 'Cause there's a lot.
Anything.
Oh
Anything.
God. You know what? You know what would
Open
be fun?
ended.
Do you ever do like word graphics or anything? Something that says like quick list round or something like that.
I can. I can do whatever you need.
Just for the show, if you think it's more
Yeah.
interesting, I can just rattle off a bunch of names of guys that I would like to wrestle, and I can send you pictures and stuff of all of these guys so you can put them up also. So it's like a real
Okay.
show type of thing. So these are just
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, that's fine.
I'm not going to bore you to. I'm not going to go a lot, but these are all. I'm not going to explain why for all of them and stuff. But these are just a lot of guys who are in the Florida scene that I could wrestle. I'm wrestling on the same card as a lot of these guys, and I haven't had the chance to. So no particular order either, because I'm very forgetful, and there's a lot of guys I really want to get to. So off the top of my head, Thor, um, Thor Bornson. He's newer. He's part of the Fun Police, and his tag team partner Cash Petty. either one of those two kids, they've got amateur backgrounds and they like to call themselves the best grapplers in the galaxy. I think that's a great matchup against the best. I'm not going to call myself the best striker because I don't just strike with my mixed martial arts background. I'm the best striker, best. I wouldn't call myself grappler. I'm not very good at amateur wrestling, but I'm good at jiu-jitsu. I can do submission, so best fighter. I think the best fighter against the best grapplers, that's cool. Obviously, I would really like to wrestle Casey Vi. I think that would be great. I would really like to wrestle Noah Vale because everybody wants to wrestle Noah Vale. They're not over, but everyone wants to wrestle them anyway. Thank God for them. Great. Now I'm blanking. I don't know. Those are three. Those are four really good ones. Noah Vale, Casey Vi, Thor Boromania, and Cash Petty. I would love to get in there. Oh, what am I saying? Icky the Reason. I would love to get in there with Icky the Reason to mash it up. They've been on a lot of proving ground cards that I've also been on. They were on a Mero Pro card I was on just a couple weeks ago, and they wrestled Tyson Malarick, who I would also like to wrestle. The thing with those guys is they're a bit more there in the eyes of the casual Florida wrestling fan and stuff, and promoters see stuff like that and kind of don't want to put newer fellows like me against more established names like that sometimes, unless there's a big marketing going towards that. And there's so many guys in Florida, there's not a lot of space to market me, and I understand that. But God, Icky the Reason, Noah Vale, Casey Vi, Thor Boromania, Cash Petty, Cyrus Thorne, God, Gus De La Vega, my coach. I would love to wrestle him, test myself against him. I'll just leave it at that. I know I'm going to think of someone later and be pissed I didn't say their name, but Rafael Delgado, I faced him in a 3-on-3 already, but a singles with him would be fantastic. Daniel Starling, obviously, that would be great. Daniel Starling, Robert Martyr. Um, Leroy Shogun. Now, that one I actually don't really, out
No,
of everybody. I don't know if you've heard, I don't know if you're aware of Leroy Shogun, but
no.
he's disciplined in 5 martial
But I
arts.
see you're shaking.
Yeah, he's disciplined in 5 martial arts. He's mastered 3 of them. He beat 2 men in one night to win a
Uh-huh.
martial arts tournament, and he's 1/3 of the gifted with Logan Cruz and formerly Wheezy T. He's Tyson Malarick now. They're going through a bit of a breakup right now, so this might actually be the best time to get Shogun. He might be a little distracted with issues with the gifted, but God, he is a scary guy. He's essentially if pro wrestlers were Pokemon, and I'm not too good with Pokemon, so I can't come up with good examples, but like I'm the first base, and then Leroy Shogun is the end evolution.
Okay.
And then I think Speedball Mike Bailey would be in between the two of us, but I'm not too familiar with his game. I try not to watch too much of his stuff so I don't copy him on accident.
Mm, gotcha. You try to be your own original self.
Yeah, well, I would just like to think of myself as like X Pac if he was white. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. All right.
You ever listen
I
to
get
Uncle
that.
Cracker?
I'm aware of them. Yeah. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
Cracker game. I got
Yeah.
everything I ever wanted, and I'll never get that back. Anyway, love 2001. I mean, really, the world will never get better than pro wrestling from like 1999 to 2001. But really, honestly, just whenever Too Cool was a big thing.
Mm, for
Sorry.
sure. For sure. All right. So next question. If you could eat only one meal for the rest of your life, what would that meal be?
Buffalo Wild Wings. 20-piece traditional nuggets or nuggets. 20 traditional wings, 10 of them Thai curry, the other 10 Caribbean jerk, and then I'll do a 22-ounce draft Bud Light and a water.
Okay. All right. Every day for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I've pretty much been doing every time I wrestle. That's what I eat afterwards. So I've kind of been doing that anyway.
Okay. Gotcha. So your body's used to it.
Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
That and
All
Mountain
right.
Dew Baja Blast, but I really have been liking it from like Wawa and shit when it's in the bottle and stuff.
Yep. Okay. Cool. All right. If you couldn't be a wrestler, what would you do?
That's really depressing. I think about that a lot. I don't know. I would just focus on being an uncle. I've got 3 younger brothers, and one of them has a couple kids, and I love those kids more than anything. So I would just be whatever I could to pay bills and make sure I could see those kids all the time.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So let's do this question. If you had an infinite amount of money, what would you do with it?
So I would have probably Monday or Friday show, or Monday Saturday or Friday Saturday, something where I could have just a wrestling show for complete free. Not I want one for the kids because I think wrestling is for kids. I loved it when I was a kid, and it really helped me when I was a kid and stuff. So I think a wrestling show for the kids for free. Kids all walks of life should be able to come enjoy wrestling live. That's very important to me. So, coming out and seeing, I could pay all the wrestlers. I could pay for cool production. If I've got all the money in the world, I can pay for all these cool wrestlers to come out, and the kids and their parents don't have to worry about it. And then, because we all grow up, wrestling fans who are kids grow up, they become adults. Then that's what the second show would be for. Have an adult show where the wrestlers can say fuck and cunt and stuff like that. They can bleed, and then fucking but again, people who work fucking 40, 50, 60 hours a week, like my younger brother who has two kids, he's not particularly a wrestling fan, but just someone in general who is a wrestling fan, they're a grown up. You don't have to worry about coming and fucking paying for anything. Maybe come if we'll have a bar or something, you can, pay the bar people because fucking this is real life. I have all the infinite money, not the bar people. So fucking,
Right. Yeah, of course.
but yeah,
Of
that's what
course.
I
You
would
can't
do.
give
Truly.
everything away for free.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
still have to make some
Plus,
kind
it's
of
a
profit with
liability
money.
if you give away alcohol.
Yeah,
You know.
honestly, yeah, maybe I don't know. Well, if I've got infinite money, I can pay for the best lawyers. I'll get Johnny Cochran if he's still alive or something. Yeah, but yeah, that would be the biggest. That would be the biggest thing is just set up two free shows every week where I can have great wrestlers come out and put on a good show for people for free. Just completely don't stress about shit. Just come on down. At least one night a week you can come see Ryan's big wrestling extravaganza or whatever. But we'll see. We'll see.
One hit, one dose, smooth and clean. One hit, wanna keep your session serene. Wanna dose it right. Every puff, pure delight.
And we're back.
So I'm gonna just cut that part out for you. Don't worry.
That's good.
But I
And we're
get
back.
what you're saying. All right. Do you have any stories about training or wrestling that you want to share?
Um, stories about training and wrestling. The thing, there's a lot of them that are like funny and such, but I'm just trying to think of like how much I can pull shit back.
Mm.
You know what? Yeah. I'll just go with an easy one. Nothing that big, but me after my match on Total Aggression Pro on Saturday, I had some family come and see me, so I went to go hang out with my dad in the crowd. And his match, August Artois had a match that was going on while me and my dad were talking, and something
Yeah.
happened in the match to where these young big tough guys, this new tag team, the Regulators, it's Devin Diaz and Jackson Slade. They came out to the ring and they started stomping on August Artois and his opponent for no reason. And August Artois gets out of the ring and fucking is just throwing a hissy fit. He like throws a table across the fucking thing, and me and my dad are standing right by him, and my dad's like, "Dude, he looks like he's fucking actually pissed. He's for real. He's for real pissed off." So that was pretty funny. My dad getting to see August Artois throw a hissy fit up close and personal. That's another show I got to try to get on. I don't think he would have me on though, because I'm a fucking nobody. But you ever seen that before?
Oh,
August Artois, he's
you're
got that
somebody.
show.
Don't worry.
Oh
What?
yeah. Okay, yeah. So so he's probably told you about it then.
Yeah.
Did he tell you about Saturday?
No. What?
He fucking just got super pissed and like threw a table or whatever. Me and my dad were like right by it and stuff. He didn't hit anybody, obviously, but it was just funny seeing him freak out and watching my dad laugh at him freak out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure he's a good actor if it was that convincing.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like because my dad's such a normal human being and a regular guy. So like, I spend all day in the fucking locker rooms or whatever around like the psychos that make up wrestling and the Florida indie scene, and then to see
Yeah.
my normal dad have to kind of get a little taste of what those people are like and stuff is very it warms my heart. I think it's very funny. So I don't know. That's just a quick kind of dumb story or whatever.
No, that's great. I love it. I was expecting it to turn into a story of your dad telling you to go save the guys, to go jump in the ring and save them.
Nah, my dad
But
knows better. He's seen my MMA fights. He knows especially against big guys like Dirty Devin Diaz or Jackson Slade, I'd get my fucking ass kicked. So
gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. The big guys, big guys. All right.
huge guys. Any wrestling promoters out there, please don't book me against Dirty Devin Diaz or Jackson Slade. Those guys are out of my fucking weight class. I'm a cruiserweight. Spend the extra money and find a heavyweight to wrestle those guys. Don't make them eat my fucking ass alive. Okay.
You don't want to be like Rey Mysterio? fighting, Big Show or Brock Lesnar?
No, I would like to fight Rey Mysterio. I'd like to fight the tiny guys. I think that'd be funny. I'd like to Andy
Well, you could
Kaufman if
probably
I could
fight
only
Dominic.
wrestle girls. I'm sorry?
You could probably fight Dominic because Ray's retired, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, I would whoop Dominic Mysterio's ass. I'm not even gonna get into that. That's fucking. Oh, a lot of these big time guys have no fucking idea what it's like. Dominic, you think Dominic Mysterio's ever wrestled a match and then went to go work a shift at his job for 8 hours? Not on his daddy's dime.
Huh,
Not on his rich
no.
daddy's dime. And a chance. He better pray to God he never gets in a ring with me because someone like me would rip his fucking ass apart. Anyway, those are the big leagues. He's not even gonna see this. He's not even gonna hear this. So there's no point in even wasting.
Oh, I'm gonna tag him.
Fine, tag him. If you're gonna tag big guys, tag fucking Finn Balor because I'd probably whip his ass too. But I like him a lot. I would be very
All
sad
right.
with his old ass, but
Yeah.
I would
Well,
love to. I would love to face
each
him.
clip that we post, we'll tag the names that you throw out there.
Okay,
So
sure.
don't worry.
Keeping
Don't
me
worry.
accountable.
We'll get Ray and Dominic tagged.
Awesome. Well, I
We'll
like
invite
Ray.
them as collaborators.
Yeah, hell, yeah, very cool. I actually like Dom too. I think he's a cool guy. I think he's a cool. I almost called him a kid, but he's older than me. But he's a cool guy. He's obviously very talented and stuff. But talent's not gonna save you from getting your teeth fucking kicked. Anyway,
Yeah.
fuck, that
Yeah.
was. I'm no road warrior hawk.
All right. All right. Do you have any other wrestlers in the WWE that you want to wrestle against?
Obviously, Cody Rhodes because he's the champion. But it's one of those things again. You gotta be realistic with yourself, especially in pro wrestling. You have to be realistic with yourself. Right now, today, whatever the date is, September or whatever, October of 2025. There's no chance in the world that there would be a match between me or Cody Rhodes or any WWE people right now because, like I said earlier, it'd be Cody Rhodes versus nobody. It might as well be Cody Rhodes wrestling a created character from WWE 2K25 because that's basically what I am right now. Even in the indie wrestling scene in Florida, I'm still I've got the talent to be the champion here, but I don't have the name value. So that's kind of where I'm at. But I mean, the answer, if any pro wrestler who's worth their salt or is smart would give you that answer, they would say the guys who are going to make them the most money. So guys like El Grande Americano, guys like Iguana Fella, fucking Dominic, obviously, the guys who are going to get you noticed, the guys who have big online presences, the famous guys. You want to wrestle the famous guys so that you can fucking get famous yourself, and then you can buy all the Mountain Dew Baja Blast you want from the Wawa.
Of course, sponsored.
I think Beastly messed my teeth up. They were perfectly straight yesterday.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
okay. That's not good.
Anyway, hey, that's being a wrestler. You gotta want it.
Mm. All right. So, if you were to give advice to any pro wrestler starting out, what would it be?
You gotta cowboy the fuck up. If you want to be well, it depends on what they want. I would ask them what they want out of wrestling first, and if they just want to train and have fun, I would say just make sure you're being safe and go to a school that's reputable. If they're in my area, I would point them at places like the Death Proof Dojo or the Chop Shop where I train. Or there's a lot of you can't spit without hitting a pro wrestler here in Florida, and you can't spit without hitting a wrestling school here if you're looking hard enough. So if they just want to have fun and do wrestling to get in shape and have fun and learn how to do it, more power to you. Wrestling is for everybody. Now, if they want to really make it and stuff, I couldn't even give you the advice to do that because I haven't made it, so I don't know how to do that. But I do know you have to be willing to do it when you don't want to. Like
Mm-hmm.
because it's never if you're one of these people who's waiting for everything to line up. I've got all the money I need. I'm perfectly healthy, or perfectly healthy. Get perfectly healthy, but like all the money I need, all the debts or whatever. My girlfriend, my la la la. I do enough sit ups or whatever. You're never gonna have everything you think. If you're sitting here and you've got this checklist in your head of like, well, I've got to do the dishes, or I've got to fix this thing with my car or whatever. I can't go to a show today because something's fucked up with my car. Well, can you still drive it? Well, no, but I just don't feel like or whatever. It's like you got to cowboy the fuck up. You got to really fucking, if you want this, there are people who are willing to do this until they die. And you kind of
Mm-hmm.
have to also be willing to do that to be in the same spots as them. Um, that sounds very
Right.
dramatic, but it's just I've been doing it. I've been in the middle, like I said, in the past like 3 weeks, I've had more matches than like some people having their first year in wrestling have had, period. You know what I mean? Because I've had like 10 matches in the past couple weeks. So, I mean, that's just, and if you want stuff like that, I mean, you're gonna have matches that fucking suck. You're gonna have experiences that suck. You're gonna be in locker rooms that suck because you got to put yourself out there. As long as you're
Mm,
not in locker rooms with like pedophiles or woman abusers, you're just in there with fucking, maybe it's considered a shindy. Maybe they don't promote stuff very good. Maybe the people smell bad. You don't, I don't give a fuck. You ask anyone in the Florida wrestling scene, honestly, anyone other than the ace, Eric Witherell, will say that I'm a lovely guy. Anyone will tell you that I'm fucking friendly. Be fucking friendly to people and you'll be fine. Be friendly with people and don't work with fucking pedophiles like Chase and Rance or whatever, and you'll be fucking fine. Get out there and get your reps in. But that's a lot easier said than done, and I recognize that. And if you ever get Coban El Cazador Castillo on here, we've been humping the highways
yeah,
together.
I'd
He'll
love
tell
to.
you the same thing. Great guy, funny guy, but he'll tell you the same shit. Like there are days he doesn't want to fucking do this. There's days that because he works in Palmetto. Well, yeah, he works in Palmetto, and then he has to drive to
Mhm.
Auburndale for training, 2 days a week, every week. And then if he has a
Okay.
show like I do, he gets booked on Monday and then he gets booked that Friday or Saturday. He's also doing that then. That's 5 fucking days a week that he's devoting to this wrestling thing. That's like a full-time job. And,
Yeah.
think he wants to do that all the time? No. You think he wants to carry his fucking humongous muscle ass all the fucking all around all the time like that? No, none of us do. But if you want to be like that Cody Rhodes, if you want to be like that Dominic Mysterio or Finn Balor or whatever, they all did this. I made that joke about Dominic Mysterio and the silver spoon and everything, but even he had to do the shit when he didn't feel like doing it. We all have to
Oh
fucking.
yeah, of course. It
It's an
wasn't just handed to him. He definitely had to put in some work.
exactly not. No, exactly not. No. And it's never handed to any of us here. And it can all be taken away from all of us too in a second. And you also have to be
Mm,
willing to understand that it's honestly like if it was a child, like if it was my kids or whatever, I don't have kids or anything, but if it was my niece or nephew asking me to get into wrestling, I would say don't. I would say don't get into wrestling because it will kill you. If it doesn't kill you in the ring like that has tragically happened before, it will just shorten your lifespan.
mm.
It kills me doing what I do. I am going to die sooner because I do this than if I didn't do this. And that's just the reality for all people who do this. And you have to accept that.
Mm.
I'm not willing to accept that for my kids. Or if it was a small kid I cared about, I would tell them to get into
Right.
Brazilian Jiu Jitsu or I would tell them to get into computer engineering and CrossFit. Yeah,
Yeah. All right. All right. That's fair. I get it because I know there's a lot of like brain damage, CTE, that comes from it, and
brain
especially if you're
damage. How
taking
could you
chair
tell?
shots.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't fuck with chair shots. I'm pretty good at martial arts. My
Good.
defense is good, so I don't let people. If someone's swinging a chair around me, my fucking Taekwondo go out of here is pretty good. I can get the fuck rid of people. But but yeah, like you said, CTE. I mean, even if not to pull the curtain back too
Mm.
much, but if you even the shots that you don't think are going towards the head, they're shaking your brain inside of your skull. And if you're moving your brain
Yeah.
inside of your skull and it's touching your skull at all, it might not be a major concussion, but that is a concussion. So every time you see me on Monday Night Mayhem's Proving Ground, anytime you see me on Total Aggression Pro or any wrestling show you see, I am dying a little bit in there. I'm getting a little bit of brain damage, and so is every wrestler you're seeing. If you're watching Monday Night Raw, if you're watching Friday Night SmackDown, if you're watching TNA, fucking, if you're watching AEW, Dynamite, or whatever they still have on TV, they're all getting concussions every single time you see them wrestle. And it's, again, what we're accepting because we love this. Because I will tell you something. You didn't ask this question, but I'll tell you this. The best part of my entire life has been the past 9 months. I swear to God, I have never been so happy. I've never been more me. I mean, even before I started training wrestling in June of 2024, I've always felt like I was a pro wrestler. Even before I started training, I've always known I was a pro wrestler. But now other pro wrestlers see me as a pro wrestler. My family sees me as a pro wrestler, and that means so much. I am willing to do whatever it takes to keep doing this as long as I can.
Awesome. Awesome. So you got that dedication. You're willing to put in that work, and you got that look.
Fuck, that's fun. I mean, I used to be really good at that. When I was like a young kid, I used to be good at that. I used to be able to do the Undertaker eyes. I can't really do that anymore. Fuck this one.
Oh, I roll back. Yeah, I've never been able to do that. Um, yeah, I see.
Fuck.
All right, cool. So do you have anything else you want to share before we go? Do you have any matches coming up? You gotta have a tournament coming up. You mentioned, right? When is that?
Yes, sir. It begins in November. Am I able to close the app and still be? Am I still there for you?
I mean, yeah, you're still here.
Okay, here. Let me see. Let me get the official date because I know the Proving Ground people will see this and be pissed I didn't. That'll be big. Hold on, hold on. Sorry, sorry, sorry.
Yeah, take your
Um,
time. That's actually very cool to learn that I can still see you and it's still recording and showing like your face while you're, using it in the background.
okay.
Um,
I've got the. Okay, very cool. Okay, so it's going to be known. Okay, so here's the actual name. Just to, if you want to edit in later, but here's the actual name for it. It is the second annual um friend. We're gonna have to redo this because I don't want to mess up this guy's name and be
that's fine.
disrespectful. It's Frank Chiazzo
Okay.
or Francis. I'm sorry. That's how you spell
Francisco?
Francisco? Francisco Chiazzo. Yes, yeah, yeah. That's it. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me start that over.
Okay.
No, no, no. Let me start that over. Sorry. I know it's spelled weird. I've never seen Francisco. I've never seen it spelled like that. I'm sorry. Okay, so
Okay. No, don't be sorry.
for the fans, this is the second annual Francisco Chiazzo. Is that how? Do you know his last? If that's how you
I
pronounce
have
his
no
last?
idea. I can't see what you're reading.
I know.
I
I just
just
didn't know
see
if you knew
you
the
reading it.
fella, Francisco Chiazzo. He used to run a school. He unfortunately passed away. That's why it's in his name. That's why I really want to
Okay.
get the name right.
Got it. Well,
I
we
never
can
got the
always
pleasure to
fix
meet
it
the
later
fella.
if needed.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I never got the pleasure to meet the guy, but I know he was a
Yeah.
fantastic guy, fantastic
Look
coach, and a
into
lot of
it,
people
and
like
if
him.
it's
So,
different, then just send me a recording talking about it, and we'll throw it in.
okay, very cool. Okay, so here's the dates. The annual Francisco Chiazzo Memorial Young Guns Invitational. It starts on November the 3rd. And then I guess the tournament finale will be at the Battle for the Belts during the Wrestle Expo on December 14th. So Monday Night Mayhem fans, WWN Network fans, this Memorial Young Guns Invitational will start November 3rd and will go until December 14th. That's over a month this tournament will take place. And there will be updates. If nothing else, I will be posting updates of it myself. If I somehow, by some fucking miracle, get eliminated from this tournament, I am so excited about this opportunity for everybody, and I love the WWN network and the Proving Ground guys so much that I will be updating constantly about what's going on with that tournament up until the bloody end, when whenever who gets to the end, is going for the belt or whatever the reward for that tournament is, because I believe management is still deciding it. But those are the dates from November the 3rd until December 14th, and that's going to be huge, huge, huge opportunity. I'm sure there's going to be other stuff you'll see Ryan the Sensei on until then, but that's major for right now.
Awesome. Cool. So, where do you want people to follow? Where do you want people to follow you?
On YouTube, if you look up Ryan the Sensei Crawford MMA, or if you just look up Ryan the Sensei on YouTube, I should come up at this point. I've got like 1,000 fucking videos. And then on Instagram, I gotta change this soon, but as of now, it's Space Ghost Ninja Turt with an underscore under each word. And that's like if you've ever heard of Space Ghost Perp. And then
Okay.
the Ninja Turtles, I just put the two names together when I was like 19. Whenever I made the Instagram, it's a very old Instagram, and the name means a lot to me because I'm brain damaged. So I haven't changed it to Ryan the Sensei yet for marketing purposes, but I will have to do that soon. So Ryan the Sensei, if you just look up Ryan the Sensei wrestler
I'm
anywhere,
gonna have the link in the description.
fantastic,
So,
awesome, awesome,
but it was more just like a call to action type of getting you to say your socials. But
awesome, fantastic.
yeah, yeah. But we're good. We're good. Is there anywhere else? Do you have TikTok? Do you have um, what else? Do you have Facebook?
Facebook, Ryan CC. But again, if you go on
Okay.
Facebook and look up Ryan the Sensei through the reels or whatever they have on there, I put my name Ryan the Sensei a lot. So if you look up Ryan the Sensei,
Okay.
you'll find me.
Perfect. If you send me a list of your links, then I'll just put that in. Will
Perfect.
be ideal.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Cool. Well, I'm glad we got to talk today, and we'll have to talk again after the tournament, after you win it.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Thank you so much.
And thank you. I'll let you know when it gets uploaded, and enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, fantastic. You as well. I'll send you the stuff that'll help with like the
Yes, and
video.
I'll make sure to put it in.
Fantastic. All right, thank you
Cool.
so much, man. I appreciate this a lot.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All
Enjoy
right,
your
thank
day.
you. Thank you too.
All right. Bye. Thanks. Bye.
One hit, one dose, smooth and clean. One hit, wanna keep your session serene. Every wanna dose it right, every puff pure delight. Dose it right, every puff pure delight. Dose it right. One hit, one dose, smooth and clean. One hit, wanna keep your session serene. Wanna dose it right, every puff, pure delight. Wanna dose it right.